Hello everybody, video here for you today. This is the no cap recap of The Curse of Oak Island, Season 13, Episode 6, called The Heat Is On. Originally aired December 9th, 2025. If you missed any of my recaps of previous episodes, there's a link to my Oak Island playlist in the upper right. Let's get into it. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Previously on The Curse of Oak Island, people have been looking for an incredible treasure for 230 years. The new borehole is F8.5 and is within the head and shaft rectangular outline. In the core sample from both right above bedrock and a bit of it, Marty gets a metal hit with the pinpointer, but then can't relocate it. The core sample is moved onto a low table so that Gary can use his full-size metal detector on it, but he doesn't get any hits. Dr. Spooner will take those spoils to see what is in it. He confirms Marty's thought that it's possible that it's a very small amount of gold dust in the muck, matching the continuous trace amounts of gold in the water below the money pit area. Not in the show, but related, several years ago, while metal detecting the swamp bottom while still full of water, diver Tony Sampson got a bunch of hits, but a few minutes later could not repeat them. An expert later told the team that it's possible that the metal in the water or muck kind of clumped together, and the area being disturbed by Tony's movements dispersed them so that any remaining metal wasn't enough to set off the detector. Emma has previously found gold content in pieces of wood brought up from caissons in the money pit area. The testing that Dr. Spooner will do on the soil in the core sample will take several weeks. The Heat Is On title is a reference to a Glenn Frey song from the soundtrack of Beverly Hills Cop and was chosen for this episode because Marty requested a heat map of the island from Steve, Emma, and scientific assistant Jillian Parson in her first appearance on the show. The team finds way more artifacts than shown every single year. The heat in this case is the age group of each artifact found. The oldest grouping contains the items older than 1795, the documented year of the Money Pit Depression discovery, which includes these items, as well as these Roman coins that are up to 2,000 years old, and the 1300 silver Portuguese coin presented in the Season 13 premiere. Steve shows the result. He provides this legend that shows the 4 different age groupings and their assigned colors. This makes me think of the Trivial Pursuit board game. Pink is old, 1700s or earlier, at least 95 years before the money pit was discovered. Early is yellow, mid-1700s to early 1800s. Pre-modern is early to mid-1800s, marked in green. And modern is mid-1800s to current, and is marked in blue. As one might expect, the 2 hottest areas for the early finds is Lot 5 and the Money Pit area. Marty asks about the pink ones on the elephant's head, and those would be on Lot 15. The team agrees that there is probably much more to find on that lot. In the next scene, Billy plows a swath on Lot 15 at the request of Gary, who has a lot of experience using that technique to metal detect farmland in England. The plowing brings artifacts closer to the surface. The first find is a lump of coal, which Rick confirms by scribbling with it on a rock. They have previously found coal on the stone road, and we'll have Emma test it to see if it matches, which would mean a possible link between the swamp and Lot 15. The next find is a rosehead spike, which have been found in several island locations, including the Money Pit area dating 1750 or earlier. Gary then finds a pintle, and the production team opts to put the translation on the screen because Gary does not pronounce the T. He says pintle. He's from England. Gary says that pintles are used for hanging things, such as a lantern in tunnels. They will have Emma analyze it for dating and mining location of the metal. Having obtained the new permits for digging in the western side of the swamp, the team will start with permit 25.1, which allows them to dig in the southwestern or bottom left corner, a spot in which they have previously not investigated at all. That area on this shot that uses an angle I don't think has been on the show previously is on the swamp side of the road that goes left and right. Just to the left of the curve road that leads to the Money Pit area is Mahone Bay. Billy gets to work and finds so many rocks. He is suspecting a road. Rick thinks it might be a road from the shore to the south that turns into the direction of the Money Pit. Speaking of, Dr. Spooner arrives at the Money Pit area to get new water samples from deep down in the solution channel. Previously, he detected high trace amounts of precious metals that have stayed consistent, have been determined not to be from naturally occurring metals, and would require a significant amount to still currently be there to produce such levels. Here you can see the water still has red dye in it from an operation in season 12 to try to locate the source of the metals by introducing dye into the deeper boreholes. This sample was taken from only 105 feet down, so it may mean that the lower solution channel water flow is also traveling upwards. Unlike the mud test, the water tests take only a few days. Katja Drayton, whose clothes and braid remind me of Lara Croft, arrives on Lot 15 along with Peter to continue the metal detecting started by her dad. She finds a button that she thinks is copper and from a shirt due to its large size. Katja thinks this is a compass, a tool used for both nautical course plotting and for alignments on land. Peter suggests that it perhaps was used to determine the placement of the stones of Nolan's Cross. They will take it to the lab for analysis. Back in the southwestern portion of the swamp, Alex finds decaying plant matter in between the rocks. It can be carbon dated to provide a time frame in which the southwestern road was built. Gary Metal detects this ox shoe, which is a different shape than the French and English or ox shoes he has previously found on the island. Alex says it's more indication of a road because oxen wouldn't be just walking in a swamp. Dr. Spooner, who originally concluded that the swamp was man-made and that most of the manipulation happened around 1680 AD, returns to the swamp to render an opinion on the southwestern road. He immediately says the road is man-made and says it looks like it's the beginning of something, so the thing to do would be to uncover the rest of it. The next day, the water sample results are in. In the war room, Dr. Spooner reports that he has determined that the solution channel water is moving from the south to the north, and that it's being pushed with each drilling borehole, which is how it's moving uphill. Marty says that it explains everything, reinforces their prevailing theory that treasure fell down into the solution channel from its original higher location, and explains what happened, why no one has been able to find it since most search attempts didn't go deep enough, and explains the persistent high levels of metals in the water. Next time on an all-new The Curse of Oak Island, Season 13, Episode 7, called Walk the Line. While investigating a potentially ancient marker stone on Oak Island, the team makes stunning new discoveries. And on December 23rd, 2025, Season 13, Episode 8, after a new Bobby Dazzler is unearthed on Lot 5, the Oak Island team makes a discovery with possible religious implications. Recaps of all of the aired shows from every season are in my Oak Island playlist. I'll be recapping new episodes as they air from now, December 2025 to May 2026. That playlist is linked at the end of this video, on the screen now or very soon. I'll also be putting out retro recaps of The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch, Seasons 2 through 4. Seasons 1, 5, 6, and the first 5 episodes of Season 2 are already done and are in that Skinwalker Ranch playlist. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Sempre avanti.